Hi everybody, welcome to IPO Stocks channel. Today I present you a new episode. Specifically, I will give you 5 strong internet stocks for 2021. So these strong internet stocks have excellent momentum and they have strong growth as well. So I think it definitely pays to watch that video until the end with me and have a look at all of these strong stocks. So before I start right off with the first stock, I have to make a short disclaimer. This video does not constitute financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only, so please consider that. And also one more quick note, please subscribe now to my channel with a link in the description below so that going forward you do not miss any market leading stocks from me, so please subscribe now. And one more quick note, so this is part 2 of the strong internet stocks. If you missed part 1, there are excellent internet stocks as well. So please have a look on my channel for part 1 of the strong internet stocks. Okay, so now I start with the first strong internet stock. And as you can see it in the charts, it is CHWY, CHWY. Here you can see the long-term chart of CHWY. And as you can see, CHWY was an IPO in June 2019. So it's a quite young company, and that matters because in general 95% of the super performance of strong stocks is happening in their first 10 years after their IPOs. So it definitely pays if you buy young companies because they are experiencing in the first 10 years 95% of their super performance. And yeah, CHWY is one of these, or could be one of these companies. It's very young, as said, and after its IPO, it built a nice IPO base here. It could break out of that IPO base, let's say around March 2020, and form a nice and strong uptrend since then. The short-term chart, you see an uptrend. You see as well, we bounced off the 50-day, traded to the upside. Here we came back again. We bounced also around the 50-day to the upside. Here we bounced off the 50-day, strongly traded here strongly to the upside. Recently, here we bounced off the 20-day moving average, and here now we are bouncing. Looks like we are bouncing of the 30-day moving average strongly to the upside in CHWY. And with that strong uptrend, I think CHWY is looking excellent from a technical standpoint. When we look at the growth characteristics, the EPS growth is sluggish. It's minus 61%, but the sales growth is very good with 46%. And the relative strength rating is also good with 92. And CHWY is in a hot sector in the internet retail space. So I think CHWY is definitely a strong internet stock for 2021. Okay, so that was it for CHWY. Now let's have a look at the next strong internet stock. And it is CBNA, CARNA. Here you can see the long-term chart of CARNA. And as you can see, CARNA has also been a recent IPO in April 2017. After its IPO, it built a nice IPO base here. Could break out of that IPO base and trade strongly to the upside and form a nice and very strong uptrend. And we see as well, we had here with the Corona pullback, we had also a breakdown in CARNA, and we made a low in March. Let's say we made a low in CARNA in March around $22, and we reversed from that $22 low, traded to the upside, and formed a nice and new strong uptrend. And now we are trading at $288. I mean, that since March 2020, it's more than let's say nearly a 14 times move. In CARNA, let's say 13 times move in just a couple of months is a very strong momentum move as well for CARNA. So from a momentum perspective, CARNA is looking excellent. In the short-term chart, you see an uptrend here. And yeah, here you see a period of pause in the uptrend, which is a base. And you see as well, we broke out of that pause and traded to the upside again. And now we are building another base or period. We are having another period of pause, and looks like soon we could break out if we trade along here a little bit, and then a breakout about these highs would look very strong for CARNA, and I think then we could be off to the races into new high ground for CARNA. When we look at the growth characteristics, yeah, the EPS growth is sluggish for CARNA. It's minus 40%. But the sales growth is good with 27%, and the relative strength rating is also good with 90. And CARNA is in a hot sector in the internet retail space. So I think CARNA is definitely a strong internet stock for 2021. Okay, so that was it for CARNA. Now let's have a look at the next internet stock for 2021, and it is ROKU. ROKU. Here you can see the long-term chart of ROKU, and as you can see, ROKU was an IPO in September 2017. After its IPO, it built a nice IPO base here, and it could break out strongly out that IPO base and form a nice and very strong uptrend in Zen. But you see as well, we had a kind of often we had a breakout rally and a rally, and then we had a reversal, a stronger reversal. Here again, we had a rally and then a stronger downtrend or reversal, strong reversal, and then again we rallied strongly in ROKU, and then we had a period of quite long correction phase again here in ROKU, and recently, here we had a March low together with the overall Corona breakdown. We made a March low in ROKU, reversed, traded strongly to the upside, and here again we broke out, traded strong to the upside. So I think, and now you can see as well, now we are in the rallying phase again in ROKU, and currently ROKU is looking very strong here. When we look in the short-term chart, we bounce of the 40-day moving average. Here we bounce of the 40-day moving average. Here we bounce to the upside of the 40-day moving average, and here we bounce to the upside of the 30-day moving average. So these moving average lines are support for ROKU as well. And here as well we have a short-term base, and I think soon we could break out above these highs here and trade into new high ground for ROKU. So from a technical standpoint, ROKU is looking very good. When we look at the growth characteristics, they are very good as well. The EPS growth is very strong with 96%. The sales growth is also very strong with 58%. And the relative strength rating is good with 91. So with these characteristics, ROKU is definitely a strong internet stock for 2021. Okay, so that was it for ROKU. Now let's have a look at the next strong internet stock, and it is DOCU, DOCU. Here you can see the long-term chart of DOCU, and as you can see, DOCU was a recent IPO in April 2018. After its IPO, it formed a nice IPO base here, and it could break out of that IPO base around September 2019 and trade strongly to the upside and form a nice and strong uptrend since then. The short-term chart, now you see here, for quite some time we have a consolidation or correction phase in DOCU happening, and now it looks like soon we could break out above these highs here, or this line here. Would be an excellent sign for DOCU, and let's say above these highs again, strong breakout and little bit period of pause trading. I mean, like this. It's if we trade in this box for quite some time and then a breakout above this box, we trade here like this and then a breakout, this would be a very strong sign for DOCU. When we look at the growth characteristics, the EPS growth is 4%, and the sales growth is very good with 49%, and the relative strength rating is okay with 89. And I think with these characteristics, DOCU is also a good internet stock for 2021. Okay, so that was it for DOCU. Now we come to the last internet stock for 2021 for today, and it is RDFN, Redfin Corporation. Here you can see the long-term chart of Redfin, and as you can see, Redfin was also a recent IPO in July 2017. After its IPO, it built a nice IPO base here, and then it corrected a little bit. So overall, we had a little bit, yeah, a small, a little bit of downtrend here in Redfin, sideways downtrend in Redfin, and yeah, then started to break that downtrend in November 2019, trade strongly to the upside, but then we had the Corona breakdown in the stock market, and Redfin was pushed back strongly as well. And we made a low in March 2020. We reversed from that low, traded to the upside, broke the downtrend, traded very strongly to the upside, and formed a nice and new strong uptrend in Redfin. In the short-term chart, we see that uptrend here, and we see as well here we had a period of correction or a base, and we could break out of that base, let's say around November 30th. Trades very strong to the upside. I mean, a very strong volume move here, and now we are building another base here. Short since let's say 22nd of December, we are base building here in Redfin, and recently we just looks like we are just breaking out of that base here and trading into new high ground. When we look at the growth characteristics, the EPS growth is very strong with 157%. The sales growth is 4%, and the relative strength rating is good with 90. So I think Redfin is also a strong internet stock for 2021. Okay, so these were the internet stocks for today. I hope in that video are some nice stocks for you which you can use for your research. Please subscribe now to my channel with the link in the description below, so that going forward you do not miss any market leading stocks from me. So please subscribe now. And I think that this year will be an excellent stock trading and investing year because of all this strong fiscal and monetary stimulus which is going on around the world from all of these central banks and government. So I think this year it definitely pays if you cover many stocks and have a look at the best stocks and invest much of your time in selecting the best stocks. And here on my channel, I have a look at all of these best stocks continuously. So every week I make several videos, so why not come back to my channel quite often? I have all these strong stocks on my channel, I cover them. And if you are not sure, have a look also have a look at the performances of my strategies. There are links in the description. There you can see if the stocks I'm presenting here, if they are performing or not. So I invite you to have a look at the performances. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon in the next video. And I wish you good luck in trading. Cheers and goodbye.